Okay, we've got it. So we are recording. Good evening, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Dreamstruck. On Tuesday nights, it's an evening where we all get together and we have permission to dream our wildest and biggest dreams. But the most important part is we want to make our dreams become a reality. My name is Teresa Gosh, and I am Superstar Director of Group Purple Explosion. And if you can't tell, I am ready to keep growing and to keep going. And I'm looking at some of our folks on here. I see Rhonda. She is in Omaha, Nebraska area, and she's ready to keep growing and keep going. I am so enjoying this. I see a lot of people dressed up. And if you're not dressed up, don't worry about it. It's okay. This is just for fun since many of us have been stuck in the house. We are coming together with multiple superstar directors from all over the area. So I have some of your superstar directors on here. So we have Emily Goodneck. We have Debbie Pitts-Palmer. Carol Bishop-Howe cannot be on tonight because she has a little one that's under the weather. So saying prayers for him. We also have Dorothy Sanchez in Houston, Texas. We have Kelly Rashaw. She's in Minnesota. And we have Amber Turner, who is here in Texas as well. So all of us are going to be speaking with you this evening because we are excited. Yesterday was Monday, and we just received the announcement about our current spring summer incentive, and we can't be any more excited because it's so obtainable. So I'm going to toss the first question out there, and we're going to go around the panel. And I would like to ask some of the superstar directors that are on, what has been your favorite spring summer incentive that you've earned and why? I'm going to call on one of our superstar directors, and if you want to speak for a couple of minutes, and then you get to call on the next one. So we're going to start with Emily Goodneck in Canada. What is your favorite spring summer incentive that you've earned so far and why?
Hi guys. For me, oh, there's an echo real bad. Is it just me, or can you guys all hear that too?
I don't hear it.
Okay, all right. I heard it for a minute. So my favorite, I would have to say so far, was the Launch to Leadership. I believe it was beginning of 2016. It was a cruise. And I think that's why it was memorable to me, was because it was a trip. So you had to do a lot of the similar things. It was sales and sponsoring. And what was really cool, though, was that you could take a person with you. Of course, you had to buy them in or whatever, but I just remember it because we went to Cozumel, and there was training, but there was a lot of fun involved too. But that was sort of kind of really, it whetted my appetite for all the spring, summer, and sun. So I always love that there's a trip component, because that's where I get most of my motivation from to earn these is the trip. Teresa, is there something specific that you wanted me to share about that?
No, that's good. Okay. And if you want to call on the next SSD, we'll just pass it around the room.
Yeah, let's call on Amber.
I had a feeling you were going to do that. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So definitely my favorite spring incentive was my first one to earn, because it was also my first trip to ever earn. I was a star consultant, maybe superstar consultant. I don't even remember. I probably didn't even know. It was back in the day when I wasn't paying attention to hardly anything. I was still teaching full time and happy as I could be. But, I saw that there was a trip, and it was to Cancun. This was Can Do Cancun, I believe, like I said, in 2013. But anyway, I was like, okay, well, I'll just go full force with my business while teaching and momming and all the other things and see what happens. And I can't even remember exactly how the qualifications went down, but it was going to be the top 100 in this category and the top 100 in that category. But either there was no way of knowing, or I didn't know where to find the tracker or whatever. Long story short, I gave it my all. And then when they sent out the list of earners, Amber Turner was on there, and I freaked out. And I was like, well, it's kind of a common name. It's probably another Amber Turner. It's not me. Surely it's not me. And then I got an email saying that I had earned it. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Now, I didn't get to attend because, like I said, I was a teacher, and it was the leadership in January, just like this one, Top 50s going to leadership. So I didn't get to go, but I got like a buyout or a lot of product credit or something. It didn't even matter. And that's something that I know we're going to talk about tonight is the prizes are great. The trips are fabulous. I've earned now 11. I'm so thankful, but it is what it does for your business. So that was the moment that my business turned around. I was like, I'm going to get the next one and I'm going to go. And we did. And the rest is history. It really does organize your business. These incentives are legit. Oh, I'm going to call on, is Dorothy on? Dorothy Sanchez, are you on? If not, I'll call on somebody else. Let's see. How about Kelly? No? Sorry, Teresa. I'm not doing a good job.
You're fine.
Is Debbie on? I know Debbie usually joins us a little late on her way home from work. All right, Teresa, take it away.
All right, we're going to take it away. So I want to show you some of the items. Thank you, Emily and Amber, for chiming in. I have earned all the spring incentives. The Slingshot Challenge was awesome. The Grow with the Flow was, I mean, fantastic. And here's the deal. When you are earning these incentive trips for the spring and for the fall, basically what Scentsy is doing is they are giving us strategies to help us with our businesses throughout the year. So basically, we have a compensation plan, right? And we get paid off of our compensation plan. So whatever you sell and as you sponsor, you get compensated for that. But that compensation plan, it doesn't take care of everything. And that's where these incentives come in for the spring and also the fall. It incentivizes us to do more. It's not easy. It's not always a cakewalk, but I can tell you it's possible. What I love about these incentives is that it's not a gamble. It's not, where we're going to draw a name and one person or, 100 might earn. Every single one of us can earn this incentive. Whatever we are, 270,000. There's not a cap as far as who can earn level 1, 2, or 3. There is a cap, however, for those that earn level 50, and there really ought to be, because if you're in the top 50 globally, that's some fantastic work that you're doing. And so you ought to be recognized for that, okay? So tonight, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a journey. And we're going to go through the different levels. One of the tips that I want to advise that if you're serious about earning this incentive, everybody should be serious and everyone should be shooting for at least at minimum level 1. You guys, it's so possible. In order to earn level 1, the qualifications are to sell $1,000 in PRV. So basically what you need to do is just pretend that you just joined Scentsy all over again, and you're shooting to be certified, right? So you're shooting to earn 1,000 PRV. Okay, that's all that you need in a 4-month period, March, April, May, June. And then also the only qualification next to it is to sponsor just one new consultant in a 4-month period and help them promote to certified. You guys, we can do these things, especially if you've earned Sensational Start or even Shooting Star. That's what this basically is. And what Scentsy is saying is that if you do that, they're going to reward you. So for level 1, the reward is you're going to get a new sales kit for fall and winter. And there's definitely advantages of getting that, having access to that and not paying a dime for it. And then also you're going to be able to get a kit for the scent category products, plus an exclusive warmer that no one else can purchase outside of this incentive. No customer can get it. It's just us. So I want to show you here, for those of you who are new or newer to Scentsy, I want to just kind of show you what the last warmer looked like. And I have the light on. Let me see if I can turn this off. But this is the exclusive warmer for Grow with the Flow last year, and the light still isn't gonna work. But you can see it has like an iridescent color all the way around, and it has flowers. It's great. I have it in my office here, and it just reminds me, you know, with all the plants and the beautiful accents on it, that I earned this. You can probably get a better look at it like this. So again, no one can purchase this. It's just kind of like Sensational Start Level 2, that beautiful warmer. I get so many compliments on it. No one can buy that. So we get to get something that money can't buy. So anyway, that is level 1. And I'm going to toss it over to Amber, if you're prepared to talk to us about level 2. What does it take to earn level 2 of this incentive?
Hey. All right. Well, level 2, of course, you know, all of this is still so new to all of us. So what? I have it saved on my phone. Who else has all of the things saved to their phone? Okay. Level 2 is 2,500 in PRV. Don't get off the Zoom. Don't count yourself out just because the PRV requirement more than doubled. We have 4 months this time. Usually we have 3. So 4 months, take that 2,500, divide it by 4, and it becomes a lot more doable. I do apologize if my internet is going in and out.
Oh, no,
The joys of my service provider. I keep getting that message across my screen that it's unstable. So it's 2,500 in PRV, and then you've got to sponsor 2 new consultants during the qualification period. So that requirement does double. But again, totally doable over 4 months time, especially if you're also sharing this incentive with your customers. I have a lot of people who have been waiting for a reason to join this month. So when I start telling them the prizes are like an exclusive warmer and a Scentsy shopping spree, they're listening. So definitely use this as a sponsoring tool as well. So these are your rewards. You get the fall, winter, new season sales kit for home and scent. So that means you're going to get new bars, and you're also going to get new warmers. Those are such a blessing to your business. And then you can keep, you know, it's yours. You can keep them all if you want to. You can pick your favorites, whatever. It's so fun to get both of those kits. You also get the exclusive warmer. And then this is my favorite part. 1,500 points towards the fall incentive. Now, the fall incentive historically is our big trip incentive. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I earned level 4 for Disney. The only way is because of my Grow with the Flow points. I would have been short if it weren't for having those points from the spring incentive that carried over to the fall incentive. So those points are huge. Or if you don't want any of that stuff, you don't want the bars, you don't want the warmers, you don't want the exclusive warmer, you don't want the points, you can just take a $300 Scentsy shopping spree and live your best life. So that's level 2.
Yay, thank you so much. Okay, and we're going to pass it on. I think that Emily, you're still there. Do you mind talking about level 3? And then Dorothy, we're going to call on you to go over top 50.
Of course. Okay, so level 3 is even a step more than that. Obviously, if you haven't seen the qualifications yet, you can go to your workstation. If you tap on incentive and then you just click on how to earn, it breaks it all down for you. But just to give you a quick reminder, it's 3,500 PRV over the course of 4 months. And if you break that down month by month, that's 875 PRV. So I bet that most of you on this call aren't bare minimum consultants. You're probably invested in your personal growth and in your business. So you guys are probably already exceeding that because you're rock stars. So yeah, when you really think about 875 PRV, that's like 2 good parties, 2 beefy parties. So the other thing that you need are 3 new personally enrolled consultants. And again, they have to be within that period. There's no roll-ups and there's no reinstatement. So it has to be personally enrolled new consultants between March 1st, yesterday, and the end of June. And I will say, I actually did a video for my team yesterday, some of my leaders, and I really stressed to them, do not overthink this incentive. Basically, this incentive is sensational start all over again. So if you want to go for, maybe when you first signed up, you weren't really aware of what sensational start was, and maybe you missed it. Maybe you didn't get that, that amazing product credit. This is better. This is better than that. Not only do you get more than 70 days, but it's pretty much the exact same criteria. Actually, I would even say it's less, because I'm pretty sure the PRV is, you need more PRV. I can't remember exactly, but this is basically sensational start on steroids. So what do you get? You get the season sales kit for home and scent. You get an exclusive warmer, an exclusive 2-piece Scentsy branded luggage. Currently, and I don't remember if they offered it last year. I think they did, but currently the only way to get the luggage is through the director consistency bonus. So you have to be a director, and you have to be paid at director title consistently for 6 months to get that luggage. So you can bypass that altogether and get this if you want. You also get 3,000 points towards the fall winter incentive, and if you're in Canada, because that's the one I'm looking at, a $400 product credit, or a $400 product credit for Scentsy, or if you're in the US, it's $300. So you kind of get a little bit of everything. You're not excluding, you still get a shopping spree if that's what you want, just maybe not as much. Or if you don't want any of those awesome perks and you're not interested in earning the fall winter incentive, which I highly doubt any of you are going to pass that up, you can take a $1,000 USD shopping spree, or $1,320 if you are in Canada. So that being said, like I said, don't overthink it. Make sure your systems are in place. I'm going to give you a tip. If you can sponsor all the consultants you need early in the incentive, you're giving yourself and that new recruit as much time as possible to sponsor, or to certify, because remember, it's not enough just to sponsor them. You also have to help them reach their first promotion. So we're really going to fall on Scentsy's programs, help them, make sure they understand what Shooting Star is, and getting them to certified in their first 30 days. Give them all the ideas and tips. Be willing to get on a connection call with them via Zoom, maybe with your sponsor or your director if that's helpful to you. But really just try to set them up for success early, because I will say that if you sponsor or you wait to sponsor, let's say you're someone who's like, I'm just going to try to focus on getting all my PRV first. Well, if you wait to sponsor, what happens is you just cut that time down so short that it really is a race against the clock to get those final orders in. And we can't say how easy or hard it will be for those new recruits. So we want to try to help them get as much in as, give them as long as possible. So anyways, shooting it over to Dorothy now.
Okay, I know Dorothy is on.
Okay, sorry guys. Hello, having some technical difficulties getting on a little while ago, but I'm happy to be here. And I'm excited to speak about the top 50 level. So for the top 50, you will need to have the highest PRV and the highest number of certified consultants. So, everyone should be going at least for 2 or more new team members a month anyway. So imagine if you get on that path, and before you know it, over the next 4 months, how, you can have as many new certified consultants as possible. And before you know it, you could easily be in the top 50 is what I'm trying to say. And so don't think of it as, I only need 3. Think of it as, how many of my friends, my family, how many people can I bless with a Scentsy opportunity from now, and help them get certified from now until the end of June 30th. Don't set a limit. So because if you get in the top 50, like I said, it's the most number of certified consultants and the highest PRV. So if you are planning those parties and setting your months up for success with parties, with fundraisers, like we spoke about last week, or anything that you do to get your PRV just go for it, go for as much as possible. Don't say I only need, okay, to get to level 3, I only need 3,500 PRV. No, like keep going, shoot for as much as you can do, as much as you can get. And then before you know it, you just might be in the top 50. So the top 50 is going to earn an all expense paid trip to Scentsy's leadership event next January. They haven't announced any more details about the January trip, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing, whatever it is. Or if you're not wanting to take a trip, you have your choice of level 3 rewards. So level 3 rewards are huge, just like the girls spoke about it, with the luggage or, the Scentsy Converse, which I'm really excited about. But in addition to that are the fall incentive points. And I don't know if anyone has noticed, but in the terms and conditions for the incentive, number 7, it says that the points will be put towards the sponsoring points for the fall winter incentive. So that is huge, guys. You're already setting yourself for success for your fall incentive by earning those sponsoring points now. So of course, any level you achieve is going to be amazing. But if you are looking at this long term and you're helping your team members do the same, you're setting yourselves up for success in the fall because those sponsoring points are huge. So I know it sounds intimidating, like, oh my gosh, to some, wow, over 3,000 PRV over the next 4 months, but break it down. Don't think about it as one big chunk, break it down to weekly. Last night we were talking with our team members and we said, break it down daily. What is that? Is that $30 a day? Just break it down to smaller increments. And before you know it, you've achieved it. So good luck, guys.
Thank you, Dorothy. I love your Mickey ears. I think you're getting ready for Disney, huh?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so guess what I want to show you guys? I want to show you the Scentsy Luggage. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Let me, actually, can I show you the Scentsy Luggage? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, I can. Let me turn this around. Okay, that's it. It's huge. And this is what the inside looks like. So when I earned Grow with the Flow, I was able to get both luggages. And if you've never seen it, like in real life, it's very much branded. So it has Scentsy and it has the 3 Scentsy stars. Inside, everything branded with Scentsy. There's a zipper in here. There's a little compartment in this little area right here. It's really nice. And this is huge, allows for a lot of room. So I just wanted to show this to you because I so wanted this and I got it and I'm so excited and I want all of you to have it too. So, all right, let me turn this around. How do I turn? Okay. And then also like Emily was mentioning for level 3, she put in the chats, we will also have access to personalized Scentsy Converse Chucks. I mean, that in itself, if you can look it up, to get Converse personalized is so expensive. And to have something Scentsy branded is, I just was really shocked by that and really excited. So where are we getting this information from? We are getting it from the workstation. We always say that the workstation is your best friend. I like to kind of have a little binder for myself. I printed everything out. I'm going to put the hole punches in. But again, if you're really serious about doing this, you need to have a tracking system. And so I want to show you something that Christina Stainbrook, the amazing Christina Stainbrook, made. And I have this printed out. If you don't have a copy of this, just ask your director, your upline. They should be able to plant this on your team page. But if you notice right here, it's a tracking system, okay? And it allows you to track your PRV and your sponsoring, and you can just kind of color it in, or you can have your kids or your family help you color it in. And when it's all said and done, it really should look like this, all colored in, right? This has become a tradition. This is something that Christina Stainbrook made and blessed us with by sharing. But you can also go on the workstation, and there's a pretty neat tracker over there too. If you don't have a tracker printed out, to track your progress somewhere, somehow. It's kind of flying in the dark. We do have an electronic tracking system also on the workstation. Look, okay, Dorothy is showing hers. Matter of fact, let me make sure I do that. Yeah, Dorothy is showing hers. And, you just want to make sure that you're tracking it somehow, some way. All right. So I believe that we have Debbie Pitts Palmer on. And so Debbie, are you on? What I'd like to do is ask you if you could tell us about, you've been with Scentsy for, golly, I think 10 or 11 years. Can you tell us about some of the previous leadership locations that could have been earned? Just to get, we don't know where we're going yet this spring. It's going to be announced probably during the SFR timeframe, but give us an idea of some of the locations that have been announced. Debbie, I know you're on. I saw you in the chats.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I know Hawaii was one location, and there's also been a cruise. I took the cruise, and I've gone to Mexico. Was it? I'm trying to remember what part of Mexico. I don't remember. But anyway, I've been to Mexico a few times in the cruise, in Hawaii. Those are three that I'm aware of. And I absolutely love those locations. So what I want to share with you guys, that Teresa just shared, I got the luggage. And the year before that, which was 2019, I didn't get to go to New York. It was a cool place. Okay, in 2019, I did not feel able to go to what I could have gone to, and happened that didn't work out for me. I think it was $100 like that all because I love, this is like jam trips qualifications for the incentive, and it kind of blew my mind. It blew my mind to the point of thinking that I couldn't do it. So whenever you see that number, don't let it frighten you, because it frightened me at first, and now the number, like, okay, I'm not going to do it. So speak it into existence if you want it. First, you got to write down what you on paper. Say, look, this is what I'm going to do. And there are things that you need to do and happen in order to make it happen. You need to front load things. I front load trips, and how I front load it by recruiting. I know that's like, people don't like to hear that word, but that's what you got to do. But I'm going to tell you guys some easy ways to get this started, because this is something that we did last year, and doing this thing that I'm about to tell you guys.
Debbie, I'm going to pause just for a moment, because for some reason
you guys
your Wi-Fi is glitching. So I want to give you an opportunity. Maybe you could, check the Wi-Fi settings or something, but we're getting a very bad connection. So we're going to spin it back over to you, but maybe you might be able to get close to the router, or maybe even turn off the Wi-Fi setting on your phone. But we're going to connect right back with you, because you have so much to share with us. I really want you to get into the sponsoring aspect. In the meantime, I'd like to, we're going to come right back over to you, but Kelly Rashaw, if you could let us know, how are you planning to get prepared for this current spring summer incentive?
Well, this spring and summer is going to be amazing. We've gotten, in my group, one of our directors has opted in to do a group for anybody in our family that wants to try for our incentive trip. So that took a little bit of weight off of my shoulders. And I remember when she started, it was our Spain trip, and it was her first year, and she had wanted to earn a trip for her mom's, not her graduation, retirement party. So basically I just kind of hand fed her step by step to get her into that. She did earn the trip for two. She did bring her mom to Spain, which, Teresa, you got to meet her. It was Alyssa. And I believe she is on the call tonight too. So she is leading my team's page for incentives, just to give everybody a bunch of tips and tools. A little background on me. I think I'm probably you guys, I don't count anymore. It's like 15 or 16 incentive trips. The thing that I can share with you, and Debbie was just touching on this, is I was the person who didn't think this was for me. I didn't think this was something that somebody like me or how I grew up could ever achieve. And I remember sitting one of my very first leaderships back then, Scentsy, how they're doing Grow with the Flow right now. They used to have it where you could earn a trip to Cancun and go to the leadership event with their big leaders, right? Their superstar directors and the star directors and the directors. And at this time, I felt like I was just this big. I was a star consultant and I got roomed with the star director and I was like, holy crap, you guys, I'm staying in a room with a star director. And it was super eye-opening. This was the first time I actually met one of our panelists, Carol. It was eye-opening, mind-blowing. I didn't feel I deserved to be there, and this might be something similar that other people have felt. But after that, I left there so inspired, getting to pick people's brains and getting to be around like-minded people, that I left there. And I remember thinking like, okay, maybe I could get into this little Scentsy stuff. Maybe there's something here. I got this little free trip to Mexico. So I started working my business, and then that Greece trip came up and I tried for it, but I swear to God, you guys, I honestly was just working my business. I was sponsoring and I was not a big salesperson. So you hear some of these people talking about $30,000 in sales and doing $50,000 fundraisers. That was not me. I was $500 a month max because I was not a huge salesperson, but I knew I had to get my 500 in to be paid at my title for whatever my title was at that time. When I earned the top 100 trip to Greece, I was mind blown. My mouth dropped. I didn't even want to open the email by myself because I couldn't believe what was in store. Doing $500 a month, but just actually sponsoring people and training them. So you can sponsor 1 million people in the world, you guys. You can sponsor them through the roof. We'll get into sponsoring a lot. I sponsored a lot of people, but I also trained them. If you do not train them, you're not going to get anywhere. So you have to have some kind of a system in place to train these people and train them thoroughly, because you have to get them in a 5 to 6 month period to certified. That means at a minimum, you should be getting one party a month from these people, $200 a month, $200 this month, $200 this month, because at the finish line, you have to get them to that 1,000. And you don't want to wait till that last minute because hope that they might have a $500 party or hope they might have an $800. You can't risk everything on hope. So you're better off right off the bat, getting them into their shooting star, telling them what their shooting star is. Don't be afraid to tell them what the shooting star is because you're afraid to scare them. Give them the information that they need right away in order to hit that. Be like, hey, look, there's this award you can get. Only 30% of consultants get it. Would you be interested in learning more about it? There's your opening statement right there, whether you want to take it or you don't, right? Then you know how much time to invest in these people. But there's no reason you can't get 200 every month. That's your worst case scenario. And I'm not going to tell you to go do that, but that is your worst case scenario as far as getting these people to that $1,000, because that is a key crucial piece of that. But I know Debbie was getting into the where is Scentsy been. My first trip was a Costa Rica trip, so that was a place. We've done 2 cruises. I remember there was some Barbados, St. Lucia. I know, Melissa, you're on. We did the Spring Symphony, which took us to Spain and Italy and all them places. Scentsy has sent me and Fred to Italy 2 times. Here is another piece of the incentive they do not tell you. This is not necessarily Grow with the Flow, but if the other regions have openings in their incentive and it comes time for you to choose your incentive, you can opt into that region. So I've done that twice now. So I've got to go to Italy 1 year when it was not our incentive, wherever we were. I think it was somewhere, but I didn't like wherever we were going. The second time was Cyprus, and Cyprus was region 2's incentive trip. And I got this cool little thing from Cyprus. I think that's where me and Teresa met. We met in Cyprus and we found these rocks. The incentive trip, you guys, the cool thing about them is you do things that you normally wouldn't do, which leads me to the damn rock. So Orville had us go to some rock in the middle of the water, which I had known nothing about, but it obviously has some historical meaning. And if you found a heart-shaped rock, you were supposed to get your rock and swim around this rock 3 times, come back from the rock and eat a pomegranate, and you were supposed to have everlasting love. Now, I don't know what the hell any of that has to do with each other, but I found a heart-shaped rock. Not only did I find a heart-shaped rock, I found like 5 heart-shaped rocks. And so I should have everlasting love for the rest of my life. But I also met Fred 3 months later and I have everlasting love. but I did gift them to my team. It was free team gifts. I brought rocks back from my cruise or my trip, and I sent rocks out in the mail. And I'm sure my team probably thinks I was crazy, but the story had meaning. I won't forget it. So I have a rock in my office, but I know Teresa asked me something completely different and I don't remember what it was. So if you want to ask again, or if we want to try back with Debbie, we can go that route.
No, that was really good, Kelly. Thank you. That was a lot of good information there. And I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. I do remember having to go around that rock and Aphrodite was there with the pomegranate, but it worked because Fred came on the scene. So the moral of the story is, if you're looking for everlasting love, you need to earn level top 50. No, just kidding. Okay. So all the single ladies, say what's up. No, just kidding. So we're going to toss it back over to Debbie. Debbie, you are a sponsoring queen. Can you tell us how many people you sponsored last year? Because it's going to wear me out after you tell us. But we really want to know. All of this is great. The luggage is great. The chucks are fantastic. Fred is great. Everlasting Love is off the chain. But how in the world can we sponsor? Everyone that we're asking is saying no. That's what we hear, right? But everyone that you're asking is saying yes. So tell us, what are you doing? And what can we do? Because I know it's duplicatable.
Well, here's my sign, guys. Can you hear me now? I know my connection was terrible earlier. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Don't sound like a robot. Yes.
Okay, it's better. Okay, I turned my Wi-Fi off. So, okay, here's the sign, guys. This is the sign that you guys need to earn this trip. So as you can see, at every trip that I earn, I always have signs made. Well, here's the thing that I do. One of the things that I do, guys, I create albums on my Facebook page. And if you go to my page, you can totally follow me. You'll see albums for all the places that I've been. Because one thing I know is that people will come to your page when they're trying to figure you out. They're going to go to your page and see what this person is all about. So give them something to look forward to, so they can go and browse through all the things that they see on my page. So this is telling the story pretty much. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys how you're going to be able to earn this trip. This is what we did. I recruited 90 people last year. And I didn't even and it was so funny because I didn't realize I had done that many, because in 2018, I recruited 76, 2019, I recruited 88, and 1976, and then 76 one year, 88 one year, last year 90. I had no idea. I'm a big competitor of my own self. So I always want to be better than the previous time, be better than the previous month. That's just me. I compete with myself. So I decided, after losing my events last year, I had to come up with a new strategy, because I love recruiting, but I generally recruit face-to-face. So because I couldn't do this face-to-face, I wasn't doing parties because I'm the event person. So I thought, let me figure out how to get people to join. And what happened, I'm gonna tell you how it started. I made a post one day on Facebook. One of the buddies came back and somebody liked the post. This is somebody that I met. She liked the post. I sent her a private message and I said, you know what, why don't you join Scentsy? Because that's your little boy that I just put on Facebook with the buddies. And she said, I would love to do it, but I don't have the money. I said, okay, I got you. Let me show you how you can start Scentsy without any money. So I told her to create a Facebook group page. I said, create a VIP page on Facebook. I told her to do it. I wasn't going to do it for her. I wanted her to do the work. I said, I want you to set up a group on Facebook, and I want you to call it Elizabeth's VIP group. Her name is Elizabeth. So she set it up. I said, once you hit 50 people in that group, I'm going to go live in the group to help you get orders. Now, granted, she had no catalog. She had no testers. I didn't give her any tools at all. So she started, I gave her a post to give. I gave her a post to your page type of post. Whatever I post, she posts. I had her to do all the work. So she was able to get over $500 in orders in like a week. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't even have to go live. She got the orders in no time. So because I started her at the end of June, she joined in July. So I was only able to flip the orders that she got in July, because you can only flip those orders within that current month. So therefore, she didn't hit shooting star when she joined, but she still hit shooting star. This particular consultant hit shooting star, you know, that's halfway. If you get them to earn a business, they're halfway to certified. So she hit shooting star. She took it a step further. She went on to certified. Then she hit sensational start level 3. She's a star consultant, and she also earned Disney. And I thought, whoa, she's the first person I did this to. She was the first person I introduced this to. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So the next thing I did, I thought about it. And you know, I'm always wishing people happy birthday on Facebook. And I was wishing them happy birthday on their page. So I decided to do things privately. So let me come up with the idea of giving somebody a birthday special. So I came up with the idea of offering people birthday specials. So when I offer them privately, the birthday specials, I decided, you know what? While you're shopping, let me create a link for you. They didn't know why I was doing that. I said, look, well, they kind of knew it after I explained it. They didn't know I was trying to get them to join. I said, once you hit $200, you're going to be able to get $20 in free products, and you're going to be able to get 2 half off. So I would say 9 out of 10 would say yes. So I started creating all of these links. I probably had about, at one time, I probably had about 40 or 50 links on my website, in my workstation. So I really went hard with what I did. I decided to switch that over and start developing join links all around the same time. So Elizabeth allowed me to figure this thing out. I mean, she set it up for me to figure this thing out. Like, okay, I set this up with her. Let me go ahead and start creating some join links. I started campaigning for join links. I got these birthday links. Let me go ahead and do the join links. I'm gonna tell you guys how I did this. So, you know, we can tell people about the Hostess kit. So I decided to start asking people if they were interested in sign up with Scentsy for no out-of-pocket expense. And people start raising their hand like, yes. I probably had about 20 to 30 people to say yes at one time. So it's not a lot of, you're not going to find a lot of people saying no when they don't have to pay any money out of their pockets. So everybody's raising their hand, yes. So I did the same thing I did with Elizabeth. I said, look, you got to create a page. Once you hit 50 people, I'm going to go live in your group. So I actually did a presentation. Once they hit 50, why did I choose 50? I chose 50 because I wanted to make sure they were serious. And I felt like if they were adding people to the group and asking people to add people to the group, people were actually adding 50 people like overnight. I've never seen it happen before, but these people were doing it like overnight. In like a day or two, they had 50 people like that. And it was pretty much wearing me out because I had to do all these live presentations, like boom, 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 boom. So I decided, because this thing was such a hit, I decided to start uploading just a regular video. Instead of going live in the groups, I started just uploading videos in there so that they could see how they could buy products, okay? I would also introduce them to our group, and I would say, you know, this person is getting ready. She's got a link. He's got a link. They got a group, and they're ready to start now earning their business. And we also develop a chat so they can always get their post to your page. And this is how most of the people join. And this is the easiest way to get people to join. So you guys who are saying it is hard to get people to join, try this. This is the easiest way to recruit, because what happens once they earn the kit, they're halfway to certified. So if you implement this program, you will earn the trip. Not only will you earn it, you will earn it at the top level, because recruiting is key. Something new I decided to do, guys. This is something new. I'm going to do a video on this, so you guys can find the videos out there on YouTube. This is something that I'm going to start now, telling my team. You know how people celebrate their birthdays and they find a charitable cause to support for their birthday. So whenever I see somebody choosing a charitable cause for their birthday, I'm going to private message them and say, you know what? I see that you're supporting this charity. I would love to see if you allow me to set up a link for you to donate. So you can what do I want to say? This is something you can share, and all of the money that you accumulate in this with this link, you're going to be able to donate money from this link to whatever cause that you support. This is something I've never done before, but this is something new. as we were talking about fundraisers and seeing that people are willing to give back, so why not allow them to let you set up a link for that charitable cause that they support with their birthday? We see it all the time. It's no different than what they're already doing. They're already doing it. I just had a guy today celebrate his birthday. He put a cash app. You see people putting their cash app out there like, oh, cash app. Okay, let me hit them up so they can create a link so we can get that money raised for that cause that they're trying to support. And I say, look, you know, if you don't have a cause, if you want the money in your pocket, well, it can be your money. It doesn't have to be a cause if you don't have one. It could be money in your pocket. It could be your own personal fundraiser. So these are the new things, guys, that I know will help you. This is easy. It's easy. Anybody can do this. I hope you guys can hear me.
Thank you, DPP. I just took a whole bunch of notes from all of you. And here's what I want to do is I love, to kind of recap what you said. Everybody in the chat was like, oh my gosh, she sponsored 90 people last year. I love when you share that because my gosh, if you can do 90 and you work full time at State Farm and you work Scentsy, if you can still do all of that, you take every excuse off of the table where there's some people that are like, I want to earn the trip. And the leadership you earn for 2. So you get to take a guest if you choose that. I want to, but the excuse that sometimes we hear is I'm busy. Well, we're giving an example right here that you can be as busy as you want to, but use that busyness to your advantage. You could be, coaching sports, use that busyness to your advantage. So one of the things I wanted to share, and then we're going to turn this around to Emily and Amber once again, is this cute little basket. All right. I have baskets going out, and sometimes, it really does behoove us. If you do not have a set of current scent testers, even if you get the transition set, you don't have to have all of the scent testers, but at least have some of them and have about like 4 baskets. It's really neat if you have like a customer VIP page, which you should have. If you say going into the month, listen, I have 4 opportunities for basket parties this month, or however you want to word it. It kind of puts a sense of urgency out there because people realize you don't have 20, you just have 1, 2, 3, or 4. And name your basket. All right. This one is called Helmut, which is a German name. And I actually have a a buddy clip on my baskets. Smells really good. And I have my catalogs and everything in here. But here's the deal. If you're busy, let your employees do the work, okay? Let your employees do the work and make sure that you have some sort of literature in your basket. So that way, while you're working full time or doing whatever you're doing with your life, that your basket can also be sharing the opportunity. This is a postcard that I had made with a little Bitmoji or caricature on there with the top 10 reasons of why my customers should join the Scentsy. And here's the deal. It doesn't just have to be the host. Whether it's an online party or a basket party, it could be anyone in the party, right? So I wanted to share this, that if you're busy, get these baskets out, set yourself a goal. So that way, while you're working and doing other things, that basket can be your employee and bring in revenue to you. It's very important with those basket parties that you maybe highlight the sections here on the order form to make sure that everything gets filled out for follow-up, because as you close the party, if the host doesn't want to join, you can go back to all of them and say, hey, I have a discounted kit that I would like to offer you. So that way in the future, you can get your Scentsy discounted, right? And so it also builds your warm market, if you will, okay? The other thing that I wanted to share very quickly that another SSD shared with me today, going into this incentive, I don't care if you've been with Scentsy for 17 years, if we've even been around that long, I don't care. We all should refresh our list of 100 today, all right? And how do you do that? All right, if you've had basket parties or anything of that nature, you can even go to your order forms and start going through all of them. You should be keeping these for tax purposes and records anyway, and start labeling the bottom of your order forms 1 through 100. And now you have a list of 100 to follow up with. When we're following up to see if they want to do parties. We're following up to see if they want to join. Do not, and hear me, I'm going to repeat myself, Do not ever close a party, even if it's your own party, without offering the opportunity. All right. Some of you all, and I see you out there, you're like, but I want to get the free stuff. I really want some pineapple pucker room spray. You can get this anyway, and you can get it at a discount with your commission, 20, 25, 30% off and more. You know, and the thing is, this isn't going to bring you more income in, but growing a team will. And you're also going to bless them with income if they work their business. You know, whatever it is that you're looking for, you can get this anyway, but you can't always get a team member with a discounted kit. That just kind of only comes when you're putting in these parties. Another thing that I want to give you, another tip, make sure that you're taking notes. And if we're talking too fast, you can always watch the replay, but front load this incentive trip. You know how sometimes we talk about front loading the month? We want you to front load this incentive trip. What does that mean? Don't wait until June. Just cry to your customers, because some of y'all have done it, talking about, I'm this close to earning the trip. You could have earned it in March. Who's to say that you can't earn it in March? You can earn it right now, okay? So front load it, and you could say, all right, pace yourself. You could earn level 1 in March, level 2 in April, level 3 in May, and party all of the month of June. Just have a good old time relaxing at Disney World with us, okay? So you could front load this incentive trip. Do not discriminate. Ask everyone and anyone to join your team. I don't care what their walk of life is, what their background is. It's their place to decide, not your place to decide for them. Debbie had touched base on fundraisers, okay? As you have Helmut, your employee working for you, or whatever you want to call him, Michael Jackson, whatever, as that basket is working for you, you can also have a fundraiser going for you. I did a fundraiser in the fall, and it generated almost 6,000 PRV. That's all the PRV that I need to earn this incentive trip. You can do the same thing. And some people shy away from doing fundraisers because they're like, I have to pay my bills. Yes, we got that. But at the same time, it's important to give back, but know that you still benefit because you're going to get points for the incentive trip. Celebrate on Facebook. Did you hear what Debbie said? Debbie said that she has an album on her Facebook page. Her Facebook page is public, so everyone can see it. If you go to her Facebook page, you can see her album, and Debbie takes you on a journey. Kelly Rashaw takes you on a journey. There's a balance between what's going on with Fred and Cruz versus what's going on in happenings in her Scentsy business. And it attracts me to want to go to her timeline to be like, what's going on over there? And if you're getting recognition from Scentsy, from your upline, whomever, then that's great. But if you're keeping it to yourself, that's wrong. You need to share it. And don't sit up here and be like, oh, I don't want to brag or be conceited. It's not bragging and being conceited. It's called attraction marketing. So you can attract others. Why do they want to join your team if your timeline is boring? You're not giving them a reason to want to join you. Give them a reason. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to say was print the FAQ. This is the last thing I'm going to say. And then I know Debbie wanted to, we're going to circle back to Debbie for a moment. Print the FAQ out or access the FAQ. If you have any questions about this incentive trip, I promise you that none of us, your leaders, your upline, your sponsor, don't know more than what you know. I promise you that, okay? So if you are serious about it and you want to know, well, what do I need for level 1? We're going to refer you back to the workstation. And I know sometimes people cringe about that, but either you're going to walk to the workstation or we're going to have to walk to it and deliver the information to you. Be empowered. Another thing too, wherever you go, this doggone calendar costs 5 cents. I got it 90% off at Dollar General, but keep a booking calendar, okay? So wherever you go, you can book parties. Mark out the dates that you're not available. And I know we're not doing a lot of in-person parties, but have a little calendar in your pocketbook, your purse, whatever you call it. So as you're going along, don't just give somebody a sample, book them, give them a sample and say, hey, I'd like to get back with you, and maybe we can get some of this for you at no cost and half price. All right, so let me circle back to Debbie. We've got about 5 minutes left. We want to honor your time, and we're going to just do a lap around with all of our panelists, and then we're going to let you go because we want to see you go. We want to see you keep going, and we want to see you to keep growing. All right, Debbie, what you got for us?
Okay, real quick. That was something I forgot to mention. Somebody asked, how long can you keep a party open? Well, when I initially set my parties up, I set them up for 90 days. When I just had somebody to just join yesterday, and that party was set up for 8 months. And let me tell you what you have to do, guys. You have to keep things going with the party, because if you don't, it will purge. But this, I tested this just to see how long it would be open. I did it for that reason. So this one stayed open for 8 months. But here's the thing, she had orders going in just, sporadically throughout the 8 months. So it did stay open for 6 months, and she just joined yesterday. So the idea is, but see, I wasn't able to flip it because her orders were all old. So I wasn't able to flip it, but she was able to join with no out-of-pocket expense. So it goes back to this. If you have somebody that starts out, and let's say they just quit, they don't want to try anymore, but they got like $100 and some in the party. So you want to go in there and change the host to you. Keep that party, don't delete it, because you want to make sure that you don't close any parties without a new team member. Keep a kit list. I keep a kit list at all times. You want to have as many people as you can on your kit list, so whenever that spot comes available, you'll have somebody to talk to. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Debbie. Also, when you're flipping a party, don't feel bad about flipping that PRV. Sometimes you're like, well, I need the PRV because I want to earn this incentive. The best thing that you can do is, if they earn that PRV with their customers, release that PRV to help them get to certified. All right. When you're closing that party, let them know. These are the options that you have. I want to let you know as we close this party that you can get a kit. If you have a $500 party that you're closing, you can get a kit with no out-of-pocket expenses. Remember, we cannot say free, with no out-of-pocket expenses. Also, if you want the warmer, or if you want to get 6 room sprays, since you love room sprays so much, you can still get those, and you can get all 6 of them half off. So you can get up to 4 half off items with the perpetual rewards. But also, by joining, you're going to get all of that, and Scentsy is going to pay you commission with this $500 party. With everything that I said, you're also going to get $100 cold cash in your account. All right. So make sure that you're selling the opportunity, just like you would sell a warmer or a room spray or whatever. Let them know everything. Don't just ask them to join. Let them know that they're also going to get paid, and how much they're going to get paid if they were to flip this party. All right. Couple minutes left. Let's go ahead and do a lap. And so we will go to Dorothy. What do you have to say to encourage everyone in closing?
Can you hear me? Okay. I just, sorry, I was messing with the sound. Hi. So don't count anyone out. Anyone that you think possibly might be interested in Scentsy, start sharing the opportunity with them. I didn't need a Scentsy business when I joined, but when I heard of the trips, that was huge for us. So don't count anyone out. Don't think, oh no, she wouldn't want to join. For us, for my husband and I, we joined because of the trips. We joined because we had 4 kids at the time, and we would not spend family money on a vacation for just him and I. But if I could do it, if we could go on vacation by earning a trip, oh heck, I did. So don't, my thing is, don't count anyone out. Don't think that, oh, she wouldn't want to join, or she doesn't need the extra money, because it's not always about that.
Excellent point. Thank you, Dorothy. Who are you passing it on to?
Emily, I see Emily right there.
Hey. Okay, I'm just going to say again, as a reminder, it's kind of like a caveat to what I said earlier. Do not overcomplicate this. It is a simple incentive. We are all brand new essential consultants, and we are racing to the 120 days of Sensational Start Level 3. Sure, if we get Level 4, that's awesome, which is the top 50 trip. But at the bare minimum, every single one of us is starting with 0 points. The fact that I'm an SSD and have been in this for 9.5 years means nothing. The same person that joined today has the exact same opportunity that I do. I could recruit no one, they could recruit 14 people. So again, we are all essentials, and we're all hustling to get to Sensational Start Level 3 in 120 days. So count it down and make it count.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Love those tips. And who are you passing it on to?
My girl Kelly, of course.
I knew she was going to do that. So I got two different things to pass on. One of them is the plate method. So I use this plate method, but I'm going to show you, Teresa and Emily, they had both posted on the bag, kind of the bag setup. Okay, so that has been the bread and butter of my business, you guys. I am at the highest rank in this company, and I'm going to tell you that I have had 3 Scentsy parties in my whole life. I've been in this business, it will be 10 years in April. I have had three house parties in my entire life, and I hate them. But I can tell you how to run a really good one, but I hate them. I hate people staring at me, and I hate talking, and they just stare at me, and they probably think I'm lying and I'm trying to sell them. I hate it. So 3, I've came to the top of the company, and this is what I do. So Teresa talked about Wilmer, or whatever the hell his name was. We got these, okay? This is my bag party. In it is Teresa's employee, and we got same thing. We got some catalogs. We got some air fresheners. I added air freshener to mine. Why do I do that? Because I want them smelling and thinking about me for the next week or 2. We all know they don't last long. Come on, let's keep it real. They do not last. But for the next week or 2, while you have my employee, you're going to be thinking about me because you're going to be able to smell it. And then I have little samples, says spray me, different stuff like that. Okay. Now your party's over. We're going to close it out. Here is the key. I have not had anybody tell me no to this. Okay. I have 2 plates, and sometimes if I don't have a paper plate, I'll do it on paper. And I did it for paper while Emily was talking really quick, and now I can't find it. Okay. And I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see where it's divided, and you see the little list right here, and you see the little list on right here, right? And I'm going to read them off to you really close, and they go way more in depth, and I make them look way cuter in real life. But you're closing your party out with me, and I'm going to say, Emily, here's your rewards for your party today. You get 3.5 items, you get $75, and you get free shipping. Sounds great, right? But then we go on to this other side right here, and I don't know if it's left or right for you guys, but there's a whole list of stuff that I'm going to make it sound like the best goddamn deal in the whole world. I should be like a car salesman for real. It says 4 half-off items because I'm going to give them that perpetual. $20 or $30 free. I can't read it from here. Because I'm going to use their kit to get them to join for free. The $75 out of their host rewards will be used for them to join with no out-of-pocket costs. Here's the big one, and I put stars by it. $125 commission. For you joining today, not only do you get extra rewards, but you get a check for $125 for me doing all the work. Not a bad deal, right? Then you get free shipping, which you were going to get anyways. You get a shooting star kit. You have that opportunity there to get all the extra product. But not only do you get that shooting star kit, you get a shooting star bracelet, and you get a shooting star charm from Scentsy directly. And what else you got on here? You get recognition. How many people thrive on recognition? You get recognition at the annual Scentsy family reunion. And I don't tell them what, but they're going to make you stand up, and they're going to make you wave and do all this some stuff, right? But you're going to get annual recognition. Your name's going to be on the big screen. And killer, I have a huge following because I earn incentive trips and I go travel all over the world. Now you want in on that. How do you earn that? And you guys, honestly, the easiest way is if you are brand new. So one thing I didn't hear anybody talk about, but I was late. The hardest part of being an SSD is the trips are harder for us to earn. We don't have promotion points. They went bye-bye when we got promoted. They went bye-bye. We don't have those anymore. So those nice little 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 points you get for promoting, that is key, but we don't get them anymore. So we have to figure out how to earn them some other way, which we do, obviously, because we're all incentive trip earners. But you show them the plate, and I like using Thanksgiving plates because there's turkeys and stuff on them, and that's where it's supposed to be. But I show them this, and they're going to say, I'm going to think about it. What the hell is there to think about? I'm giving you $125 in all your free products. So now you just join, and now you're in my circle. You got $500 in the pot, and I only got 500 more to go. Like, I got 6 months to get you 500 more, and it works every single time. And it worked this time because I ended up earning the level 4 because of the damn plate method. And I didn't have to have any house parties. I didn't have one house party. The last house party, you guys, it was years ago, to tell you the truth. And I probably shouldn't tell you that, but it was years ago. I haven't had a house party forever. Thank you, COVID, to help me with that. But who's left to talk to? Teresa?
All right, so thank you, Kelly. I want to let you know that you just blew up the chats with that card. So everyone wants that card template. If you can pass it over to our panelists and we'll get them out, get it out on our team pages. But my basket's name is not Wilbur. All right, so that's some get back from me saying that you were from, what did I say? Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my basket, his name is Helmut. Everyone say Helmut with me. So you need to name your employee too. And I want to tell you too, because some people are like, how do you book these parties? I don't just come out and be like, hey, will you do a basket party with me? If someone messages me and says, Teresa, I am out of scents, I need to get some scents, I don't just only say, okay, what can I get you? All right, tomorrow, I'm going to drop this off at your work, or especially at your work or on your doorstep, and you can choose. And when they come back, they're like, oh my gosh, I want it all. Okay, hold on to that basket and I'll pick it up at the end of the week. Share it with your coworkers. So especially if you drop it off at the bank or the hairdresser or wherever they work, everybody's going to want to get to sniffing. And now you just walked into a basket party with your employee Helmut doing all the work, and boom, next thing you know it, you could land into your next team member. So, all right, I think that's all that we have. I know that we talked to Debbie, we talked to Emily, we talked Amber. Amber, in closing, what is your closing remark? Last tip for us to grow and keep going.
Okay, yes. So first of all, I want to piggyback off of what you just said, Teresa, with the bags. I have the same bag, I think, that Kelly showed. Anyway, today I had 2 customers come to my porch to pick up their Scentsy, and they haven't smelled the new testers. So I set 2 bags out there. I said, take one if you want to, and I will absolutely do what Teresa said. And tomorrow I'll say, hey, take it to work. If anyone else wants to order, then you get free stuff too. And it just builds from there. Then you start with the party flip and blah, blah, blah. But it's like one thing at a time. Don't word vomit on the people. Have them take the bag first. Then the next day you mention taking it to work. And then you see where it goes from there. Anyway, so just wanted to piggyback off of that. And then my final tip is, like we said tonight, earn this incentive early. Earn it in the first 3, earn it in 3 months. The first 3 months, not the last 3 months. So earn it March, April, May, be done in June. Reason why is because along the way, as you're earning, you're going to be sponsoring people who are going to be new, and they're probably going to come down to the wire with this incentive trip. You will be a leader. If you're not already a leader, you will be a leader at that point. And leaders know that we need time at the end of any kind of qualification period to really and truly be there for our team. So earn it in the first 3 months, be there for your new people in the end, help them earn it too. And then honestly, before you know it, you will look up and you will have built a business over these 4 months of this incentive qualification period. And a big thing that's going to come with that, that's going to play into that earning early, is over sponsor. Yes, you need 3 for level 3. You need a lot more, or you need more than that for top 50. But don't stop at 3. If your goal is to earn level 3, don't just sponsor 3 people, because there's a really good chance that they're not all going to certify. So at least over sponsor by 1, 2, 3. You know, I say double. I say if you want 3, sponsor 6 people. That way you're not putting so much pressure on those people that you did sponsor to certify. You want to give yourself as much margin as possible.
Okay, I love your hat and I love your leg. Thank you so much. You offered some awesome tips. And I want to tell you, take your customers on the journey with you. As you're coloring in this chart, maybe once a week you can post with your VIPs to be like, celebrate with me. I just finished a leaf. And all of a sudden, either 1 or 2 things are going to happen. They're going to want to help you with Helmut and everyone else to help you fill the leaves and the trees, because everyone loves a challenge, right? Or they might be like, well, dang, if Alyssa can do this, I want to do that too. Get me that tree and put me on. All right. But make sure you take your customers on the journey with you. They love supporting us with this and celebrating. To be able to earn this incentive and then to go back to your customers and say, thank you so much, you guys. You helped me along the way. And you took them every week, every day, every month with you. It goes a long way. And I think that that's all that I wanted to share. There was one other thing, and it just slipped my mind. There was something awesome that Amber said, but guess what? We are out of time, which is okay. This was a fun night. I hope that many of you enjoyed getting dressed up for this incentive, and do the same thing. You can go live, get your beach hat on, make this fun, and don't make it stressful. It's so simplified. Scentsy made it so simple. And don't stop here. yes, this is an incentive, but if you can do this over the next 4 months, then you can do it over the next 12 months, the next 24 months. It's showing you that you can. It's building your confidence, okay? And it's building your business so that way you can have control. Whatever your dreams are, to get out of debt, to travel, to quit that 9 to 5, whatever it is, it starts today. Let's keep going and let's keep growing. You all have a very blessed night. Thank you to all the panelists tonight for pouring into everyone. If you learned something tonight, share this replay. And next week, we are going to have the podcaster, the people's mentor, Jessie Lee, that's going to pour into us to talk about building a business and sponsoring. If you don't know who she is, look her up on Instagram, Google her, and you're going to be like, I cannot miss that. All right. So everyone's welcome to tune in next week when we decide to dream big. Have a blessed night, and we will see you all later.